Well, it's almost that time for baseball season. Coach Mike Jeffcoat, UWF Baseball, joining us now to preview the season a little bit. Coach, feels good to be out here on the field. Spring training, if you will, even though it's wintertime.
Yeah, this is a good day today. I think we're going to hit 55. So last week has been pretty tough with the weather, especially for Florida, but everywhere obviously has been tough. So we got some sunshine today. This will be our second time inter-squadding through the order here and hoping to get game ready. You know, we're only about 2 weeks out, so not that we're rushing, and urgency is always there for us, but we want to try to maximize our time on the field.
Sneaks up in a hurry, doesn't it?
It does.
Now, you guys have been through your fall program, and obviously you had a great team last year that got to the NCAA regionals, bringing back a lot of talent. What do you expect from this group?
Yeah, it's that old cliche. I think you hope that you can avoid the injury bug. You hope the guys play up to their potential. We certainly have experience back and guys that have had success in the postseason. And a lot of these guys have won a tournament title in the GSC and stuff, but a lot of new guys haven't. A lot of these returning guys want to try to get further than hosting the regional, and came up short, and Barry came up here and played well and shocked us this past year. But they want to get back to the World Series. They got bigger goals, but we got a lot of fish to fry in between there. And that's where I try to keep them where their feet are and, trying to work hard every day and get a little bit better each day.
It's nice when you do have that group that has had that winning experience, and they can kind of relay to the guys who haven't, that you mentioned that, hey, this is what we want, right?
Yeah.
This is what we want, where we want to end up. You guys did win the tournament last year in the Gulf South Conference, and you've got pitching back, which I know that's the important thing, especially as you roll through the season. And for those that don't know, you're playing 3 games a weekend, more or less, sometimes some midweek games. You got to have some depth there.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got, probably our top 7-8 arms back, and then we've added some new guys that are going to do well. But all those guys, like we said, we got to clean the slate and re-earn our keep, and rent is due every day, as some of the coaches say, and not try to live off those awards and all that stuff. It was great last year. I'm very proud of them. It's something I'll look back on, but there's still some meat left on the bone, as I try to tell them, and they still got career left here at UWF, and hopefully some of these guys to the next level of pro baseball. But right now I think the hungry's there, and like you've heard some of these coaches in football and all that talk about complacency. That's what LSU talks about, returning in baseball. And so every time you're trying to climb back, there's people that are hungry and they want to get there too. And we've got a very good conference and a lot of good teams, well coached. So we got to start there, and it first starts off with Florida Southern, Rollins, and those teams beginning of the season.
Complacency, the enemy of greatness, right?
That's right.
You've got Dalton Newswander, you've got Cade Mandershine, you've got Major Post, you've got guys that, have starting experience, and you got to lean on them a little bit right early in the year, especially.
Yeah, you hope so, but you want to make sure you're spreading the wealth, and as we're trying to sell them, we want to have every guy, be a piece of the puzzle, not just be the puzzle. You hope their experience gives us quality starts, and that's what our starters, what we want them to do, give us a chance to win each time out, not having to burn up the bullpen and extend them too much so those guys can come back more often. And obviously our starters will go weekend to weekend. If they can stay healthy, you're looking at about 14 starts. So it's critical for them to stay in shape. Kevin Johnson, that our pitching coach, does a great job with our arm care and all that good stuff. And KB making sure the position players are in shape. You got a long grind, and that's why it's important out here today.
You've got your son, Trent Jeffcoat, back as well, McDowell at first base, Fryman out there. You got a bunch of guys that have a lot of experience, and at a young age for some of them.
Yeah.
So from the position standpoint, what are you looking to fill in, and obviously with that talent coming back?
Yeah, I think we lost Fontenot. We lost, Prezina behind the plate. Mike Scordo had a good year really offensively, but, we got new guys back there behind the plate. They're all competing for a starting job. Jackson Grabsky, that we ended up, hybrid into the outfield, did a great job. But, he's one of those guys you got to have in the lineup, I believe. He's gotten better, and he's a senior, and he's got that experience too. You got several new guys out here, O'Malley and Dominic, and some of these guys that are trying to compete at the second base position that have had really good falls, and I think we're going to have to give a lot of guys some opportunities early on.
Let's talk with a couple of the players. Let's talk about Dalton, this season coming up here. It starts before you know it. I mean, you guys are carrying a lot of momentum from last year. What are the expectations for this group?
It's to win every day. As Coach said, it's a new day each day. Anything from last year is a clean slate. It means nothing. It was a great year, something we can build off of, but the expectation is to win, and it's to win a national title. So.
You're coming back with the success you had last year. Talk about a starting pitching group and how competitive is it, and kind of, what's the relationship between you guys?
It's great. We actually, I don't know, many people don't know we live together, and so we take it home. There's a little trash talk. It's not much. It's friendly. It's competitive, but it's nice. It's a close group. We're able to build off each other, talk to each other, work on things, but it's competitive. So.
You've been through the Gulf South season. You know, you've had that experience in the postseason as well. You know, how did that dictate what you did in the off season, kind of knowing what the grind's going to be like?
Yeah, just kind of have to build off of it and try to get better. I mean, you're always trying to take a next step. And like I said, it was a great year, but you got to keep going. You can't just be complacent, or else you're not going to have the same success. And I knew that, so I tried to build off of it a little stronger this off season, and I think I did that.
Coming out of the fall and into the spring here, other arms. Who else should we look out for in this?
You got to look out for Major Posey and Cade Mandershot, of course. I mean, right there again, my roommates are going to be it. And then look for D-Law. He came off an injury last year, and he's healthy now. He's hungry. I know he is.
We saw a little bit of him in the tournament,
yes,
right?
Sir,
He's
yes,
got
sir.
some nasty stuff.
Absolutely, he does.
What's the goal for this team at the end?
National title. Each and every day. That is the one goal that's on our mind. Obviously, you got to win the GSC, you got to win the tournament, and we know that, but that's many steps to get to the big goal, which is the national championship.
Let's talk about coming out of the fall, coming off last year, kind of what are the vibes right now for this team? And you can kind of both pick up, but how are you feeling heading to the season here?
We're feeling pretty good. We're just trying to pick up where we left off last year and hopefully go to the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think we have a pretty new team. We got a lot of people coming back. Obviously, our whole weekend staff, Neuschwander, Mandershot, Posey, all coming back. Gold Glove winner coming back. So we have a really good foundation to build off of. But obviously, we won the GSC last year, but we had bigger dreams than that. So this year, hopefully, we can take the next step.
What is the strength, or what are the strengths of this team, or is this one of those that it's kind of balanced across? Some squads you say the pitching's stronger, the offense is stronger. How does this shake out?
I don't think we have any weaknesses. Now, obviously, the season hasn't started yet, and we'll see. But right now, we have zero weaknesses.
I think
just my opinion.
Well-rounded. I think we have obviously the pitching staff did some really good work last year, and they're going to continue to do their stuff. And I think we're pretty much built around pitching and defense. We got this guy in the infield, which kind of held it down last year, and I think we have a good enough hitting to carry us past a lot of teams. But I think our pitching and defense is what's going to win us some ball games.
Where's the power coming from in this lineup? We know McDowell. We've seen him a little bit. Is there anybody that's going to surprise us a little?
Not him.
Yeah, not me. I'm good for one a year, but this guy will sneak 3 or 4 out for us.
No,
so.
I think obviously Darian did all the damage last year, but I think we got a lot of people. We got Mark Townsend healthy this year, which is going to help us a lot. Preston Moore, he's got some good juice in his bat. So we got some power, but we also got some speed and be able to hit and run and bunt, and that's kind of what we're built around.
Trent, you feeling any pressure heading into this as your last season, or is this kind of like
playing for my pops? I'm always going to feel pressure, but I just try not to think about it too much and just play the game.
How about as a team in general? Is there pressure being the defending conference champs and knowing that everybody likes to knock off UWF?
I don't really think it's pressure. I think it's more of a challenge. I think everyone's going to come out and try to beat us because we're the defending champs. But I think it's more hype, but it's going to be a lot more fun knowing that we're going to get everyone's best game.
Ask you both the last question. What is the goal for this team?
National championship.
National championship, without a doubt.
It's a natty or bust.
Coach, you've got all that back. We've talked about all the pieces. So what is the expectation for this team? If you're putting it up on the whiteboard as you get ready to roll into the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think with our expectation as we do here at UWF and a lot of the teams, and what every great coach wants to try to achieve, and that's win another national championship. For us in this program and these guys, it's really just coming out here trying to be the best thing be every day. I know that's cliche, but our bar is not trying to worry about the scoreboard as much as what are you giving out here today, and tomorrow's guaranteed to no one. And we had a great scout tell us one time about what do you do when there's a low adrenaline and nobody's out here, and that's where you're going to get better or not get better. So we have high expectations, man, and we'll see where it takes us.
You in shape for those quick trips to the mound?
Well, I hope don't have to make too many.
Yeah, keep it. Coach, good luck to you. They'll be starting before you know it right here at the Spoon, getting ready to go. Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck and go Argos.
Go Argos.